Hello, YouTube Collective. Welcome to Moonlight Reflections Tarot. I thought I'd come on here this evening and do a reading. I'm going to start out with my Moonology deck this time. I haven't done that before, but I'm just going to pull some Moonology, and that'll give us an idea of why I'm here tonight to do this reading. I'm going to then pull some tarot. I'm going to use my Rider-Waite deck. So keep in mind as I do this reading, it's not going to be for everyone, so take it only if it resonates with your situation. And I think when I do the reading, I put the title up, you'll probably have an idea if this reading is going to resonate with you or not. So by all means, only take it if it does resonate with you, and it will resonate with someone. It always does. It may be one person, but the messages that come out for a reason. The reason is that someone is meant to see them. Okay, let's do one more shuffle, and we're going to see what comes out of our Moonology for our YouTube Collective tonight. Okay, let's cut the deck. At the top of our deck, we have Balance, Spirituality, and Practicality. At the bottom of our deck, we have Surrender to the Divine. Let's get one more. Bring love into the situation. Okay, yeah, there's a real message here. This could be for someone who is very spiritual. So if you're watching, well, you're watching tarot, so you obviously are somewhat spiritual. So your advice here, because I always tend to see the Moonology as advice from the universe in a situation, is to surrender to the divine, which is a very live in the moment type of a card. It's like, just let everything go, live your life, and leave it all up to fate, leave it up to the universe, which tells me here the universe has your back, that you are protected here. You're very spiritual, but at the same time, while you're surrendering to the divine, you also have to balance your spirituality with practicality. So live your life, go after what you want, you know what your goals are, continue on, be happy, live in the moment, and certainly practice your spirituality in whichever way you do, whether you're religious, whether you're just spiritual and you meditate, whatever your spiritual routines may be, certainly do that. But it also helps to remember that we all as human beings are responsible for our own actions, and what Spirit wants us to do is live our lives. And oftentimes it's when we stop wishing, we stop praying, we stop focusing, obsessing about those things that we want, that it's when we're busy with our lives, enjoying ourselves and living our lives. It's then that the things that we want tend to come towards us. It's almost like Spirit wants to be the ones to bring them in, because they see when you're ready, and we often don't. Okay, so bring love into the situation. So bringing love into the situation, excuse me, this is like the universe saying, you have a lot of love to give, and sometimes if we're not getting what we want, if there's something you really want, if things aren't going well, we often forget to do this. This could include loving yourself, having a love and forgiveness for yourself, remembering who you are inside, giving to others. When we give to others, we're good human beings. We create good karma. Good karma comes back to us in our lives. It always comes back. Everything we put out comes back to us. It's the law of the universe, okay? So as you surrender to the divine here and live in the moment, go ahead and live your life, make your plans, do your own thing. Take your focus off all those things you're wishing and praying for. By all means, continue with your spirituality. It's a big part of who you are. But don't forget to love yourself, and, bring love into whatever you're doing, whoever you're with, the people around you, your friends, your family, and yourself. And that'll help you move forward while you're in this, obviously you're here for a reason. So there's something that you're wondering about. When is my whatever I'm dreaming about going to come to me? I've worked hard. When am I going to get my success? You know, when is this person I've been waiting for going to come into my life? And you might be manifesting this and doing all this tarot readings and everything else, trying to see make this happen in some way. And your main advice here is to just surrender to the divine and do your own thing. Live your life, because there is a divine plan here. Your job is to live your life the best you can, being a good person, being loving and caring and giving, and what you give out will eventually come back to you. So that's what I'm getting from our overall Moonology here, our oracle message. Let's see what the tarot has to say about this. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to clarify each of these. And I'm going to pull a few cards on each of these cards to see what kind of message we have for each of them individually here. It's a beautiful message overall, and definitely a message someone may need to hear. Sometimes, you know, how does the saying go? I'm a big fan of quotes. And one of the ones I'm thinking of right now, it goes something like, you know, we get so busy, you know, thinking about the future and wanting for the next moment to be better. If we just, you know, get to this point, then it'll be better. But what happens when you get to that next point? You know, are you going to be satisfied, or do you always think, instead of enjoying that moment, are you always thinking about, well, when I get to there, I'm going to be even better? And there's a real message here for someone, I think, of living in the moment and enjoying the now. Because it's the only moment we actually truly are ever in, is the now. And so thinking too much about the future and what hasn't happened yet takes the joy away from the moment that we're currently in. And the whole point of living is to enjoy every moment. The one you're in right now is the only moment you should be concerned about. All right, let's go in and clarify these three cards. We're going to take 3 cards off the top, Spirit, to clarify each of these. Whoops. They're all trying to get away. Let's do one more shuffle. We'll cut the cards and we'll see what comes out. Okay. All right, we're clarifying balance and spirituality, or balance spirituality and practicality, surrender to the divine, and bring love into the situation. So for balance and spirituality and practicality, we have the Page of Pentacles. For surrender to the divine, we have the Fool. Yeah. And bring love into the situation, we have the 7 of Cups. Okay. All right, we'll clarify those in a second. Okay, on the bottom of the deck, we have the 6 of Swords. Someone moving away from chaos and into a calmer, more peaceful place, calmer waters, so to speak. Balance spirituality and practicality with the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles is someone who has this pentacle, and pentacles represent stability in the tarot, the material world. So someone here, this page, has this pentacle, and the goal of the Page of Pentacles is to change this one pentacle he's got into more, to create more wealth. So the Page of Pentacles here, it's almost like you want here to create abundance for yourself here. And you might be, whatever this abundance is, in love, in wealth, overall happiness, whatever it is, you want this very badly. And you know, you're not, for some reason you feel like it's not coming in. So with the Page of Pentacles, this is the energy almost of Spirit saying, you know what? You need to take that initial step towards whatever it is you see as your overall abundance. You need to take that initial step. You need to invest in yourself here. Okay, you see that pentacle? You got that pentacle. Take that pentacle and move forward to create more with that. Okay? Because eventually you'll get another pentacle. Then you'll end up with 3. Then you'll end up with 4, and so on till you get to 10, which is overall abundance. But the Page of Pentacles is that novice taking the initial step towards, you know, a beginning of something here that has potential for abundance. So in balancing your spirituality and practicality, by all means, manifest and meditate and hope and pray, and all those things you've been doing are wonderful. But don't forget, they're also going to take practical actions on your part as well. And this is why I think you need to find that balance between the mental energy of hoping and praying and manifesting, you know, and all those wonderful things, with a practical plan as well. What am I actually doing in the 3D, in my real life, in my own life? What actions am I taking to make this happen? And that's what I'm seeing here with the Page of Pentacles. So keep that in mind. If you're not really doing that, Spirit is saying, you know, it doesn't have to be a huge thing, small steps. It's better to take small steps, at least it's the beginning, than to sit and just wait. Surrender to the divine and the Fool. What does the Fool do? The Fool leaves it all up to the universe. When he jumps off that cliff, this is the Fool. He's beginning his journey, okay? He's taking a leap towards something new, something risky. So, in other words, whatever you're wanting to do here, take that leap. Even if you don't know what the outcome is going to be, you take that risk because you're surrendering to the divine. You're taking that leap in the belief that everything is going to work out, because that's what the Fool does. All risk, you know, every leap we take has a risk. You know, every time we make a bold move forward, when we decide to start a new job or a new relationship or move to a new place, it all has risk. There's no guarantee in anything we do in life that we are going to be successful at the end of the day. Everything we do involves a risk. So that's simply what the universe is saying here. Surrendering to the divine means taking a risk and allowing yourself to fail. Fail forward is what I'm thinking here. It's the energy of failing forward. It's the willingness to fall on your face to get up and keep going. Not saying that that will happen. It's the willingness of the understanding that that can happen, but it's not going to stop you. I think that's important here. Fall forward, fail forward, but get up. You're still going forward. Anyone who's had a great deal of success in their life, it didn't happen overnight. There was a lot of failures along the way. And that is what Spirit is saying. Don't let the fear of failure stop you from moving forward. Take that pentacle and move forward. That's what the Fool does. He takes a risk. Surrendering to the divine is all about trusting that everything is going to work out. Okay? Bring love into the situation with the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is an interesting card because the Seven of Cups represents all these options that you have in front of you. All these options that you have in front of you, and some are better than others. Some are downright not good. So you could have like all these options in front of you. Which cup do you take? What do I do that's going to bring me the success that I want? And bring love into the situation with this card. What I'm seeing is when you look at the cups, when you look at the options in front of you and which direction you want to go, what direction does love take you? That's how Spirit wants you to make your decision about which cup you take, which direction you choose. What direction does love put you in? And that's where you're meant to go. So when you bring love into your choices, when you bring love into this situation here, Where does it lead you? Which cup do you choose? That's the cup. Okay? That's the cup you need to choose. When you take that leap of faith towards something, leap towards the option that you associate with love. And I just don't mean romantic love. The I love myself enough love. The this is what I would love to do love. This is what I've dreamt of doing love. This is what fills my cup love. And you will know when you look at your choices and your options from that perspective, that is how you know you are leaping in the right direction. Okay? All right, at the bottom of the deck we have the Six of Swords, which is someone who is moving in to calmer waters, coming out of chaos, maybe confusion, moving to a calmer place here. Okay, I'm going to go in actually now. I'm going to put this card back in, and I'm going to go in and shuffle again, and we're going to get a couple more cards. We're going to get I'm not going to clarify these. I think these are pretty clear, but what I do want to do is get I'm going to get 3 more cards just to get an overall message. One more message that Spirit wants to add to this reading, because I think this is pretty straightforward here. Spirit, is there anything else you want to add to this message here for the collective? Anything else you want to add to this message? Give me 3 cards, Spirit. We're going to take them off the top. Let's do 2 more shuffles. Okay, we're ready. Let's see what we have. We have the 3 of Swords. We have the Hierophant. And we have the Tower. At the bottom of the deck, what's back? The 6 of Swords again. What are the odds of that being after all that shuffling? The 6 of Swords is back at the bottom of the deck, which tells me this is very important. This is a very important message. This is all about going towards calmer waters, coming out of confusion, where there's been chaos, where there's been negativity, conflict, leaving that behind and moving towards calmer waters. Okay, the Hierophant is the energy of commitment, of spirituality, of someone who is spiritually awakened. The Hierophant and the High Priestess are the 2 most spiritual cards in the deck. The Hierophant can be associated with religion, with spirituality, with institutions like the church, with marriage, a higher commitment, a higher, an awakening, a spiritual awakening type of energy. 3 of Swords, it's possible here that someone here, the person who this is meant for here is what I'm seeing, possibly has been dealing with a broken heart. And as a result of this heartbreak, they've had this Tower moment, this major upheaval, this major event that has happened, and it might have to do with a commitment that this person was in. An ending, possibly, to a marriage, to a relationship, to something that they were committed to long term. Something may have ended here with the Tower. It's crumbling, it's coming down. So someone finds themselves in a situation where they have to start over and they're really confused as to what to do. They need to start over taking that initial step forward towards stability, to building stability, taking a leap of faith, taking a risk to move forward, trusting in the divine, that their choice, whatever they do, they're going to be okay. Bringing love into the situation in this choice to move forward, loving themselves, choosing what they love, choosing who they love, whatever this choice, this new beginning is about for you. Bring love into that choice. That's your advice from Spirit. When you do these things, balance your spirituality and practicality, surrendering to the divine, bringing love into the situation, you will, Spirit is saying, choose correctly, your new path. And you will then, this is what you need to do, to move to calmer waters, to move beyond this heartache, this tower, this crumbling. The tower, it's like the loss of stability. It's like something that gave someone their stability has crumbled, and it has left them brokenhearted, and they want to move forward here. And this is why I'm doing this reading, because there's someone out there who needs to hear this message, someone who's feeling that pain, that, you know, and is thinking, what do I do moving forward? How do I move forward? You need to get to calmer waters. You need to do this. You need to do this. Everything in life is temporary. Everything. The good and the bad. Remember I said living in the moment? This moment is all you have, but this moment shall pass like this. Just like this. It passes. Gone. Gone. Spirit wants you to realize that whatever you're feeling in the moment is temporary. It will pass. You need to move beyond it. Trust yourself. Trust in the divine. Trust yourself to move forward. Every time you take that step forward on your own, you take that step forward, the divine is with you. You know, some people think, well, I can't do it on my own. You're not on your own. You're never on your own. You're never on your own. Surrender to the divine, understanding that they're guiding your steps, every step of the way, your spirits, your angels, your guides, the universe, whatever you believe in, God, whatever you believe in, that is your spirituality. That is the divine. Whatever is the divine for you, that is who you trust in here. And you trust them by moving forward. They're telling you to take those steps, to trust in them, that they're going to catch you when you leap. And if you trust yourself, love yourself, bring love into any decisions you make, you're going to be okay. And you're going to go towards calmer waters here. This is all temporary. Everything is temporary. We have the Moon, the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. And then we have the Lovers. Moving towards calmer waters here. Coming out of chaos and confusion. You don't know exactly what's coming towards you. The Moon represents things that are hidden, things that you don't see. And none of us know that. None of us, I'm a tarot reader, but I'm not a mind reader. I read the cards, I don't read the future. I read the cards that come out, and they're messages from Spirit. And tarot was more than anything else a guide for you, to help you find your way forward. It's not a future, I'm not a fortune teller. But you're going to move forward in a calmer place, and you don't know where you're going. It's the Moon. It's hidden from you, as it is from all of us. Okay? But the Queen of Swords is someone who sees the truth, someone who has that sword of truth, and they go forward and they live life true to themselves. They stay true to themselves, to who they are. And they're quite confident. They can be guarded. They have that sword. They do protect themselves going forward. But you're going to go forward understanding what you deserve here. And that's going to serve you well when you do that, okay, with whatever choice you make. The Queen of Swords uses her head over her heart, but remember to bring love into the situation. It's almost like you can be confident and strong and demand the truth and still be loving at the same time. You can use your head to make your decisions, but you can bring your heart and your love into those decisions as well. None of us, we choose our own path. We choose how we react to people. We choose how we choose how we want to be perceived. We choose how we want to treat other people. We have a head and we have a heart, and neither one is meant to be ignored. We're supposed to combine them when we make our decisions, and it's when we use both that we make the best decisions for ourselves. The King, the Knight of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. The Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands could be you simply going after what you want, being passionate about what you want. It could be someone coming towards you. Knight of Wands energy, someone coming forward with some passionate intentions here. When you decide to move forward on your path, you might meet a Knight of Wands. Queen of Wands. This could be you. Very attractive, very alluring, very confident. Okay, it doesn't have to be feminine, or it doesn't have to be female. It's simply the energy of the card. It could be male or female. All tarot court cards can be any gender. There's no gender applied. It's simply the energy attached to the card. The Queen of Wands is someone who is quite attractive, very desirable. So in the future, Spirit is saying, you're going to come out of this energy, of this broken heart energy, and you're going to have, you're going to be strong, confident. You're going to have people pursuing you. You're going to be very desirable here. Queen of Wands energy. The Lovers is the card of two people who are divinely guided to be together. It's a spiritual connection. So there could very well be love coming towards you, a very deep spiritual love coming towards you in the future. Someone with a love offer here for you with the Knight of Cups energy. Okay? But these are all things down the road that can happen. Again, tarot is just telling you, what the energy is. But everything is, as of yet, hidden, as it is for all of us. You have free will, and you decide your own path. That is up to you. All I can do with cards is tell you what Spirit wants you to know right now as you go forward. Because someone here, it looks like, has been through a difficult time. So I'll end the reading just by saying once again that Spirit wants you to balance your spirituality and practicality. By all means, have faith and believe. Practice your spirituality in whichever way you do, whatever that means for you. But you need to have a practical plan to move forward as well. Don't be afraid to take a leap, to take a risk. Spirit has your back here. The universe has your back. But when you take that leap and you want to pick that cup that you want to choose, which direction you're going, choose the path of love, love for yourself, a love for what you do, which tells me you have a lot of love within you to give, to offer. Spirit wants you to use that in some capacity when you move forward. And you will. You will move forward. You're heading towards calmer waters. And like all of us, you don't know exactly where you're going, exactly where it's going to end up. but none of us do. That's what the Fool's Journey is about. It's about moving forward. So that is the reading I have for you tonight. YouTube Collective, I hope it resonates with someone out there. I think someone really needed to hear this message. Leave me a comment if you did, if it does resonate with you, and if you'd like to give me a like and subscribe to my channel, I'd really, really appreciate it. So I wish you all the best, and I'll see you again for another reading soon. Take care.